Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to study about electric fields. So what are these electric fields? So basically till now we have studied about two of the laws. Those are Newton's law and Coulomb's law, right? We have studied these two laws. So basically these two laws help us to understand what? To find out the magnitude also, right? The magnitude as well as the direction. In which case, in case of gravitational and electric forces. So whenever we are dealing with gravitational or electric forces, we use these two laws. But these interactions, whenever we study these interactions, we always consider point charges. We always deal with point charges or point masses, right? So that is the basic assumption whenever we are using Newton's law or the Coulomb's law. But this concept of electric field, why this was required? This concept of electric field was required because it helps us to understand interactions where masses have the distribution of charge. Basically, if we have, say, some mass here m, so we are not able to take it as point charge every single time. Sometimes what happens, charge is distributed in this mass. It could be positive, it could be negative also. So charge is distributed in the mass. So how to interpret the interactions between these masses where charge is not a point charge but it is distributed over entire mass? So that's why we needed the concept of electric field. Okay, but now one thing we need to understand, what are the origin of these forces due to electric field, right? We always say that due to this electric field some force is exerted by one body to the other. So what is the origin of this electric field? What is its origin? We don't know. Okay, how the force due to this electric field is transmitted from one body to the other body, the mode of transfer, this we also do not know. Okay, so basically we do not know the origin of this electric field, and we also do not know the mode of transfer of forces due to these electric fields. But we need this concept. Why? Because we cannot always imagine the point charges, the interaction between point charges. Whenever we are dealing with masses where the charge is distributed over an entire mass, we need the concept of electric field. Now what is this field theory concept? This was given by Michael Faraday. Okay, the concept of this electric field, this was discussed in field theory, and this field theory was given by Michael Faraday. Okay, this was given by Michael Faraday. Now this field theory, this explains the interactions between any charge q and q naught. Charge could be q and q naught. Now what is this q? This charge q will be present on any of the body. Okay, suppose this charge q is present on any body, and surrounding this particular charge q, suppose this charge q is there, and surrounding this charge q, some charge q naught is there. Now what is this q naught? Q naught is infinitesimally small charge. It is very, very small charge, infinitesimally small charge. So basically, why we are taking this infinitesimally small charge? There is also a reason, because whenever we are talking about the electric fields, now charge q will be present having its electric field surrounding it. Okay, it will be having some sort of electric field surrounding it, and we want to detect the field which is surrounding this charge q. So in order to detect the electric field which is present surrounding this charge q, we need this charge q naught. This is very small charge q naught. So we need this charge, small charge q naught, to detect the electric field of q. Now this is why we require q naught, to detect the field of q. So we will call q naught as test charge. And by convention this test charge is positive. This you have to remember. By convention this test charge is positive, and it is very small charge. So it will be that small that we can neglect the electric field of this test charge. Okay. Now question arises, what is electric field? Right? Now we are talking about electric field, but what is electric field? Now electric field intensity, suppose at any given point we have any charge q. Okay, it has some sort of electric field. So now I'm going to tell you about the directions of electric field. Suppose here we are having some positive charge q. So for positive charge, the field lines, the electric field lines are radially outwards. By convention, for a positive charge, electric field lines are radially outward. Also by convention, if we have this q charge which is negative, so by convention electric field lines are radially inwards. So this you have to remember. If you are having positive charge, field lines will go radially outward, and if you are having negative charge, then field lines will be radially inward. Okay, so now we required q naught so that we could detect this field of charge q. So this was why q naught was required. Now what is electric field? Electric field intensity, if you want to find out at any point, suppose this is a charge q placed here, and we want to find out the electric field intensity of this electric field at any point p here. So now how you can find that? At any point around charge q, electric field will be defined as E is equals to F by q naught. Q naught will be the test charge. So we will place a test charge at a point where we want to find out the electric field intensity. So suppose you want to find out the intensity at this point P. So you will place test charge q naught at this point P. Now electric field at this point P will be F divided by q naught. F will be the force exerted on this test charge q naught, right? Force exerted on this test charge q naught by q, by the field of q, and q naught will be the test charge. Okay, so this will be the formula, F upon q naught. So now if we want to find out unit of this electric field, so that will be what? Unit of F divided by unit of q naught. So unit of force is Newton and q naught is a charge, so unit is Coulomb. So unit of E will be Newton per Coulomb. Now what will be the dimensional formula? It will be the dimensional formula of force divided by dimensional formula of charge. So it will be, for force we have dimensional formula mLT minus 2, right? And for charge we have AT, right? So it will be mLT minus 3 A minus 1. So this will be the dimensional formula for electric field, right? Now if we talk about electric field in vector form. That is also very easy to do, just like the case of force, right? So we'll discuss that one also right now. So now we discuss about electric field in vector form. What it will be. So basically what we know is that we will be having some sort of charge q here, and we will place test charge q naught at any point p where we want to find out the intensity of electric field due to this charge, right? Suppose this is plus q. So if we want to find out that electric field, so that electric field will be kq by r square into r cap. This r cap is what? When we want to find out the direction of electric field, so it will be a unit vector. So it will be what? kq by r square. We can write this r cap as r vector divided by r magnitude. This we have discussed earlier, right? We can write r cap as this one. So from here what we have got is electric field will be equal to kq by r cube into r vector. So it will be giving us the direction as well. So this is electric field in vector form, right? From now here we will discuss about the principle of superposition in case of electric fields. So suppose there are a number of charges present, right, and we want to find out the net electric field which is there at any point p due to number of charges. This was one charge placed, suppose number of charges are placed. So how to find out net electric field at any particular point p when number of charges are there? So that we will discuss in the next video. So far that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.